Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking, and it is time to get back into the Noxian Expanse, or more concretely into the northern wastelands of Eternus, because I will continue my Machine Gods of the Noxian Expanse campaign featuring Victor Kane, arrogant minor noble from a poor noble house in the city of Eternus, and he is on a personal quest to find and hopefully rescue his older brother, who was kidnapped by a few techno-cultists that are roaming these northern wastelands. And during our exploration we have discovered a ruined structure here in the hillside east of Eternus, which is a dark temple, but of course it doesn't say dark temple on the entrance, so this is just background information. We don't know this yet, or Victor doesn't, and we have just made our way into the first room. It is an empty room, and it is sort of like a sacrifice chamber where initiates of whatever dark cult used this temple in ancient times had to face a trial, and if they failed, they were being burned alive. And I went through the procedures again, and actually I forgot something, because if you enter a room and there is no encounter, you should roll on the rune event table. So I'm not going to do this now. I will do this in the next room. And this is a D8 rune size, so it uses a usage die mechanic, and whenever you enter a room you have to roll the usage die to see if it decreases, and once it is depleted you have explored the entire structure. Okay, so this room, so I got a torch lit, I got 22 hit points, so I'm at full health, 8 rations left, 9 torches, and this room here, which is empty, has 3 exits leading out of it. And of course I got my post-apocalyptic mug here with post-apocalyptic Diet Coke and radioactively contaminated lemon inside. Okay, so Victor, he takes a last look around, and then he decides to head through this northern doorway here. So this is indeed a doorway, and it is, let's just say it is a two-part metal door, like a blast door, and it is shut. And the thing is, we got to see if it's actually easy to open. Let's roll a d6. 1, 2, 3. It is not. Oh, 5, so I'm lucky. So it is not entirely shut. There's a small gap between those two metal door parts, and so I can basically squeeze myself in there and with my legs and my arms push against this door. And so with my back against one side, arms and legs against the other, I'm able to open up this door to enter this new area. So let's see what we find. So when we enter a new area, first we have to see if it is a corridor or a room with a D10. D10. Where's the D10? Here. It is a corridor. Okay, so a corridor will just be, usually you should roll a d8 for the number of squares, but I'm abstracting this a little, so corridor will just be 3 squares. So it is a corridor. Okay, so determine if the area you're entering is a room or corridor by rolling on the area layout table. So it's a corridor. If you enter a room content, okay, it's not a room. Room details, exits, whatever. Each time you enter a new area, be it a room or corridor, roll a d10. 1, 2, 3 is a random encounter. Okay, so with my torchlight, I see that there's this metal-plated hallway leading further into the dark, into the chamber. And let's see if there's a danger lurking in the dark, maybe. 8. No, there's not. Okay, so no trouble. If there's no encounter and you entered a room, roll on the rune event table. No, there's no encounter, but I've entered a corridor. Okay, so if I've cleared the room, so this is basically just an empty corridor with no danger, and it leads to either a door or an intersection. At least it leads to a new area. So we have to roll again on the area layout table. 10. That is a room. Okay, so the corridor ends before a door, and let's determine this first. How many exits? Usually it's a D4, but I'm going with a D3. Oh, 3 exits again. Okay, so again I keep it simple and I place 1 exit on each side. Okay, so now I have to roll first the usage die, because I entered the room. It's still a D8. 1 or 2, it decreases. No. And then I have to roll on first do the encounters. No encounter. Then room contents and details, and then I gotta roll a room content first. 4, blocked. This room is impassable due to the rubble within it. Okay, interesting. And then actually I can skip the rune encounter and rune event, because it is, and I also will not roll for details because it is a room blocked, filled with rubble. So let's just say the ceiling has collapsed. Let's put blocked here in big capital letters. Okay, so I opened this door, or it's not really closed because of the collapsed ceiling. It's also slightly bent, and there's a little gap within the door, and I take my torch and I stick it through the gap to get a glimpse inside, and I can already see this collapsed ceiling and rubble everywhere and wiring, and it looks completely unpassable. And I'm also afraid that there might be, I don't know, maybe some corrosive acid liquids that have spilled out from, I don't know, a coolant line or something, or maybe there's even still some electricity within the wires. So I don't really feel the need to explore this further. Let me see, let me get here a little cube to mark my position on this map. So this little cube will be my position here on this map. So I gotta turn tail. And now the question is, I mean, I roll for an encounter if I enter a new area. So what if you're backtracking? I guess I can decide. So I will backtrack into this room, and I will not roll for an encounter, and then I will check this door right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, it is shut in some way. No, it's also not shut. So this door, it's only a single door, and it's also not a metal door, it's a wooden door, and it can be opened. So let's see what lies beyond this door. Area layout, D10. Where's my D10 again? Damn it. D10. Oh, no, that's the D8. That's the D10. Okay, D10. 9. That is a room. So immediately adjacent to this room, there's another room. Let's draw this room a little bigger. Doesn't matter. So there's a room. Okay. So room content table. That is a D6. 4. Blocked. This room is impassable due to the rubble within it. Okay, so this room is also blocked. Okay, so I'm not going to roll for all the other stuff because I can't enter this room. It's impassable. So basically a dead end. So there's only one room left. Okay, so if this should also be blocked, I'm going to say that it's not. Okay, so I go, damn, what happened to this place? All the ceilings are collapsed. Ah, well, we got one more chance. And then I head over to this door. Again, let's check. Oh, this door is pretty tightly shut, but I do have a crowbar with me. Crowbar, yes. All right, so I do take my crowbar out and put it in this little gap, and I try to open it, and I say it's not easy, but also not average. It is a DC 12, but I do get advantage because of the crowbar. Yeah, 2 times both dice rolled a 12, so I managed to at least get the door open to such an extent that I can slip through. All right, and again, room content. D6. 5. Okay, so 5 is not blocked. It's a security system. You've potentially triggered a security system of some sort. Roll on the security system table. Okay, I will. And then I will do the other stuff. Let's do security system first. A D10. 10. Gravity reversal. Upon entering this room, all characters must pass an average dex check to avoid receiving d6 damage as they suddenly fall toward the ceiling. This gravity flip is permanent in this room. Okay, so that's interesting. So I'm still outside, though. I'm still outside. And let's check first if there's an encounter. On a D10. Yes, there's also an encounter. But now room contents and details as well. Contents is 01. A content I already did. So detail 01, abandon. Abandon and 10. Abandon madness. Abandon madness. I can't make anything of it. So never mind. There's an encounter, a rune encounter. So or abandon madness. All right. So there are cells in this room. So those maybe cultists that have turned mad or insane because of some ritual, they were kept here in this room in cells. And let's see, rune encounters. What do we encounter here? So 13, a revenant. Okay, I look it up in a minute. Maybe there's one in the cell left. All right, so I enter this room now, and as I enter this room, let's draw it first. Okay, so abandon madness. That means cells. And there's a revenant here. And gravity trap. Okay, and let's determine exits. And then we got it, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 2 exits. So there's 1 exit down here and 1 exit across. So I'm just making these little dots for exits because the lines are actually corridors. Okay, so I step into this room finally. And as I make my first step into this room, I've stepped off as if I've stepped off a ledge. Stepped off a ledge as I suddenly fall towards the ceiling. But I am nimble, so I get advantage on acrobatic tasks. So I'm counting that one. So I gotta pass an average dex check and I get advantage because of nimble. Dexterity is +1 and average is 14. No, that doesn't count. 2 and 6. And of course I fail. D6 points of damage. 5. Okay. So yeah, I'm completely unprepared. So I step into the room. It is as if I step off a ledge and suddenly I fall against the ceiling. I try to turn around in midair to try to sort of land on my feet or get my feet to face the ceiling that with breathtaking speed comes towards me, but I fail and I hit the ceiling hard, bam, and strain my shoulder and take 5 points of damage. Now I'm at 17 HP. And now I'm on the ceiling because it says this is permanent in this room. And okay, so the Revenant, let's look up the Revenant. That's fun. It's like a combat on the ceiling. A Revenant. Revenant, a dead human. No, a dead human reanimated by nanite swarm. So basically it's a zombie, but animated by little nanite robots that have possessed this body. Okay, so it's a human construct. 10 health. Okay, so yeah, as I try to regain my composure, basically, I look around and I'm still stuck at the ceiling. So like I said, reverse gravity. So imagine I'm just like laying on the floor, but you are on the ceiling. And okay, so strange. So I get up and sit up and look around, and I smell the distinctive smell of decay and rotten flesh. Let me check the camera real quick. Yeah. And a couple of meters away, also on the ceiling, there's what appears to be a corpse, a dead body, dressed in rags. Let's say if it's male or female. Oh, it's female. A female dead body dressed in rags, and I can see obvious signs of decay, and I can smell it too. And I go like, you weren't as lucky as I was, I guess, huh? All right, so let's see how I can get down from this ceiling here. So I make my way across the ceiling over to the other side of the room. But as I come close to the corpse, I'm not sure, but was there movement? And there is this. Yeah, there's movement, and the corpse, it slowly rises. It slowly rises, and let me find a fitting token here. it slowly rises and makes, yeah, this is great. Okay. Okay, getting out the old D&D 4E tokens. So this is a zombie token, and since this is abstracted combat, I don't really need a grid, just for a little visual representation. So as I come close, let me check the camera. Yeah, this corpse, yeah, reanimates and rises and makes one of these characteristic zombie noises and slowly shambles towards me as we roll initiative. And they got a fixed initiative score of 12, and I get +1. 12 as well. So if both have 12, the higher ability score gets the initiative, and I got 14, and yeah, I'm taking, so I'm just taking the score of 12 versus my 14 dexterity. So I grant myself the initiative. So I immediately draw my rapier. First time, actually, I'm drawing it in this campaign, and lunge forward to slash at the zombie. And it has an average defense, which is static target number 14. Average defense. And I got my precise warrior feat, so I crit on a 19 plus. And where's the d8? So I'm attacking with my rapier. +1. Yeah, only +1, I guess. Oh, 16, I hit. For 8 + 1, 9 points of damage. So I'm lucky this time. Maximum damage, it only had 10 health. And now it only has 1 health, because 8 + 1. All right, 10, 9. So I lunge forward and I thrust my rapier in the eye socket of this half-decayed woman, basically piercing her brain, and the rapier comes out on the other side of the skull. But before I can get my rapier out with one final claw attack, it's got reinforced claws. She strikes at me, and it's an average attack, so I gotta get a defense of 14, and they deal d6 damage, and my defense rating is with my armor +3. I need 14. Yes, crit 20, and it would only be 1 point of damage. So I'm used to this walking on the ceiling now, so I easily sidestep, and for cinematic purposes, because it only has 1 hit point left, I finish her. Well, she's already dead, but now she is dead for good. Damn. What is this place? I go, and then I make my way to this door. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. If I come close to this door, if the gravity reverses again. So 1, 2, 3 it does, because that would actually be bad, because it means I would fall again. So 1, 2, 3 it reverses. No. Okay, so I reach this part of the room, but I'm still on the ceiling. Damn. How do I get down there? Okay. So that is strange. Looks like a reverse climb is in order. So I get out my grappling hook and rope from my backpack, and like I said, it's all reversed. So I basically try to throw it so that it catches a hold maybe at the door handle or maybe at some ledge or whatever it is that is down there. And so I'm not going to roll because I will try until I make it. And then I actually pull myself down. So imagine, not imagine, imagine climbing upwards but upside down. So I'm actually climbing down towards the floor against gravity using my grappling hook and rope. And when I'm here at the height of the door, I actually have to hold on to the rope pretty tight. And let's see if this door is open or can be opened easily. 4, 5, 6, it can be. But of course it can't. So, but this door, it is stuck. So, okay, so now with one hand, I gotta try. With one hand, I hold on to the rope, and with the other hand, I have to try to force the door open. That's pretty difficult. It'll be again average DC 12 with advantage. Lucky 15, 15. So I always roll the the same thing here. So I gotta strain myself a little, and my hand hurts as my whole weight is basically working against me. Luckily I'm a skinny guy, so I finally managed to open this door, to slip through, and then I try to release my grappling hook, and I've crossed this room, and I'm in this area here. So let's see what this area is. Area layout. Is it a corridor or is it a room? 9. It is another room. So there's another room. So let's draw this room like this. All right, 2 exits. So I'm doing it like in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 exits. So there's an exit here, and let's just put 2 exits here because, all right, now let's roll for an encounter. Let's just set 1, 2, 3. There's an encounter. No encounter. Then we have to roll the UD because it's a room. No, the UD stays at a D8. So we got exits, we got the UD, we got the encounter. So no encounter. Now content and details. Details, yeah, room details and content. Content is a D6. 1, empty. There's nothing of interest here, but we still roll detail and verb. 96, tempt, okay, and 72. Oh, tempt death. Okay, tempt death. Tempt death. I gotta think about this for a minute, but it's interesting. And it's no encounter, so we have to roll on the rune event table. But let's make some notes here first. So it is empty. And we tempt death. And now for an event. I already got an idea, but let's do the encounter first. No, the event. Rune event table. 10. That is data leak caused shared memories between PCs. Okay, but I'm a single PC, so no shared memories for me. And tempt death. So this is like a deadly trial chamber, like an obstacle course. So here in this inflamed knowledge room, we basically tested, or they tested the mental capabilities of their initiates. And here it is the physical capability. So there's some sort of obstacle course in this room set up. And from the setup, it looks pretty nasty. So as if you don't pass, yeah, it'll be the end of you. It looks like a fatal, basically a fatal obstacle course set up in this room. So I make my way in there and I go look around, look at this strange setup, like with turning blades. So it's not turned on yet, but I can see it is pretty nasty. And there's some seats here where people could sit and view, and yeah, and this is basically it. And I go, what kind of a strange place is this? Damn it. But luckily there's no imminent danger. So actually what I also didn't do, but these rooms were blocked, here it says once you have cleared a room, so this room is empty, you can search it to see if you find anything. Assign one character to make a hard in check. So a hard in check, and can only be done once, and if I'm successful I can roll on the scavenging table. Okay, so because I got a missing eye, I got disadvantage on site-based checks, and I'm treating this as 1. And my intelligence is also +0. It's a hard check with disadvantage, so basically my chances are next to 0 to actually find something, but it can't hurt to roll. No. Okay, so there's nothing of value here. What kind of a strange place is this? But at least so far it is not cold, it is dry, and I haven't run into any real danger yet. Well, if you don't count that strange ceiling event. Okay, let's try this door here. So again, let's see if it's open. 2, no. So again, I gotta try to force this door open. DC 12, crowbar. Oh yeah, I succeed. 17, thanks to advantage. So again, with my crowbar, force this door open. Encounter. 4, no encounter. And layout. Layout, so no encounter. 8, it's another room. It is a room. So let's check room content. 6, other feature, use the features table. Let's go to the features table. Room feature, D6. And feature effect, okay. It's 2, it's a brazier, or brazier, and it does something. 8, ooh, it heals D20 HP only once. Okay, so so we didn't have an encounter. There's a brazier there, and also no encounter, so rune event table as well. 10. 10. Oh, again, the data leak causes shared memories between PCs. Okay, so this makes sense. So this data leak practically affects the entire area here. And now let's just... Oh, and I got to roll the UD, of course, as well. UD. 6. Again, no decrease in the UD here. And now theme and detail, so verb and theme. And then I gotta do something with this brazier here. 07 alter, so what does it alter? 78 alter life. Okay, so this fits because of this brazier. Okay, so, and did I already determine exits? No, so alter life, brazier, heals 20, D20 once. Okay, now finally exits. again 3. So let's do again 2 exits here and 1 here. Okay, so I entered this room, and as I enter this room, there's actually a cool breeze, and in the center of the room there is a large brazier on a pedestal, but it burns with a strange blue flame. So not like the usual fire burning, hurting flame, but it is a cool burning flame. And as I come close to this brazier, I feel slightly invigorated. This is a strange sensation. Damn. Let's get closer. And it is if as this brazier almost pulls me closer to it, and as I come closer, I can feel rejuvenating energy running through my veins. Let's check. Oh, 4 HP, which brings me back to 21, so almost back to full health. So I've almost recovered from my fall towards the ceiling. Actually, this feels good. This room is actually nice. So I don't know, as the closer I am to this brazier, I almost get the feeling as if it, not really possesses me, but it is almost has some kind of addictive properties. This is actually interesting. So let's no, this is I mean, I'm thinking about that I have to make a willpower check to break free from this addictive influence, but if I fail, I'm stuck here because I am addicted to this brazier. So I don't know, but it would actually, I mean, you've got to roll with the story. I give myself advantage. It's willpower, DC 10. Easy willpower with advantage, because this brazier, because of its invigorating and healing probabilities, has sort of a addictive influence, and it basically pulls me to it. I don't know how I come up with this bullshit. I always make it hard on me. All right, so DC 10. Lucky. 1 and 17. Okay, so but I can resist this urge. So my willpower, my disciplined mind takes over, because I'm also a precision warrior. I'm capable of staying focused, and I go, no, I gotta fight this. I gotta press on, and I move away from the brazier towards this door right here. And as I get some distance between me and this brazier, I can feel the brazier's influence also becoming weaker and decreasing. And I'm in front of this door. And what is behind this door, we will find out next episode. Because here in Germany it's already late. I'm a little bit late tonight. I got stuff to do. So I'm going to end this session here. Had a pretty good pace actually. Couple of rooms. But the structure seems to be really, really great, because so far it didn't decrease. So you know what I will do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Following house rule. If I've reached the maximum number of rooms as indicated by the usage die, so in this case 8 rooms, I will automatically decrease the usage die by 1 step to a D6. And then the same thing, if I then explored 6 more rooms, it'll automatically decrease to a D4. because depending on what and how you roll this, even though it's all been supposed to be like a medium structure, it can develop into a sprawling complex, which can be fine, but I want to keep it a little bit condensed, so whenever I reach the full room numbers according by usage die, I will automatically decrease it by 1. Okay, so I will use this rule from now on. And I'm not counting the entry hall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 rooms so far. And I'm only going by rooms, not corridors, because this is also when you roll the UD. All right, so and I've seen that I have more than 1,900 subscribers. So I'm on the road to 2,000. So please, if you want to support the channel, my goal is to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of October. And little spoiler, middle of October, I will take a 2-week break again because there's a vacation coming up, a school holiday for the fall. And we are on vacation again for 2 weeks. And that means no content, but that'll be around the 10th or 11th of October. So until then, you get to enjoy 1 or 2 or 3 more episodes, I guess. All right, so yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. As always, stay safe and stay healthy. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and of course, check out my products on DriveThruRPG and pick them up. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.